too far. But that's probably what it is that there was a very traumatic, possibly abusive situation to where that's where the fear developed.
Stuff like that can come from like a movie, like
True. True. Very true. I used to be afraid of Freddy Krueger. Yeah. All right, are we ready, honey? I'm not giving you 1 minute. You have 35 seconds. No. Yes. By the way, y'all tell Hannah, thank you so very much for the chili. She's not here right now. What are you talking about? What is the scariest movie you've ever watched? I saw, which is the one where it's like they go to a nun convent? Is it the nun? I thought it was the Curse of La Llorona. I don't know. All right. Oh, maybe yeah, but the nun I did see. Yeah. Yes. All right, guys, let's pray, and then you guys can get started eating, and then after a little bit of eating, we'll do the memory verse. If you haven't watched the memory verse, hey, Devon YT's got it. If you haven't heard what it is, don't say it. Don't if you have, don't tell. I will be sad if you do. Please don't. But keep it secret, keep it safe. Let's pray. Father God, thank you so much for today. Thank you for all that you've done. I pray that you be with us as we spend time in your word tonight. Father, I pray that you bless this food, nourish our bodies. It's in your name I pray. Amen. Please eat all of the desserts. Why is so spicy? She made both of them. Yeah, she made both of them. The different types of different types of chili. She made one chili, but two different types. She split it in two. Hey, Crystal, did Hannah make both chilies? Kim Green made the mild one, and Hannah made the spicy one. I'm gonna have a bowl of each. Look, there's hot sauce. Hey, there's hot sauce in the fridge. There's sriracha in the fridge. I can even just, put. I can even just, I can even just say spicy things to you while you. She's been very patient for a year. This is why she's awesome. What? I'm about to say there's Tabasco in there.
I got it. All right.
Well, that's too much of the red.
Oh, very much so. I think with the backbone and
Hey, and y'all, there's tea in the fridge. There's sweet tea. There's sugar-free version. Drink all the sweet tea and let me know what you think about it.
oh, and this is the mileage.
Yes.
Very good. I bought some delivery a couple weeks ago. Very amazing. I really got it for one day. I was like,
See about getting the small bottles. And if it's not sweet enough for you, weirdo, there's sugar. What? I mean, you do have a ton of crackers in yours. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying you do. Allison, Reese, Lexi, y'all gonna get some chili? Why not? Yeah, I need to go. I need to go eat lunch with y'all because your grandma cooks massive amounts. My favorite YouTuber is Daily Planet CK. Yeah, he's a Twitch streamer, but he has one YouTube video.
There's the YouTube channel where high school kids open Pokemon cards and they play like a match and during an experience or something in school. Yeah.
I think one of them who has 6 brands. I don't know about the whole, but my favorite YouTuber is outside that.
Oh, look at that brown nose right there. Hey, I don't know. It's like, Emma, please tell your mom she makes the most amazing chili. Emma, why are you not getting a chili? What? This is a really good chili. I like it.
There's like.
Mm. Mm-hmm. I think this is great. All right. How many of you are ready for Thanksgiving break? Hey, what do y'all do? What do y'all do for Thanksgiving? Do what? How many of you go to 5 Thanksgivings? Some of y'all get out December 17th. Some of y'all get out December 26th. Oh, really?
Yeah, we
Everybody at the table just knows, of course, it don't make sense. You just don't go back to the.
No, people can have opinions. And opinions can the back that started when we.
Oh, that sounds really good. Can you get me some more zero tea? Please. Thank you, dear. College art. I like college art.
It's 11. It's 11 out of 25.
Wait, you're spelling art?
Hey there.
She's not.
Yes, please.
Basketball. I mean, yes, because Moss. Like I always do. It wouldn't be that way. Yeah, I don't control it. Oh, let's see. Like, wait a minute. Let's go. Yeah. No.
Emma makes vlogs.
That's my hot sauce. Oh, you're playing, me too. Yeah.
All right.
You know, they re-released it on Switch.
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Not playing it, yeah.
I had a Switch. Yeah, I had the demo on my 3DS and everything else. And so,
All right, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started. Memory. Ooh, that was weird. All right. What is the memory? Who wants to go first with doing the memory verse?
I know, I got it.
Well, I asked and Ethan said he wants to go first. So, all right. Ethan, are you ready? Where's it found? Very good. Very good. All right. Jarrett?
Set your affection on things above, not things under Colossians, very good.
Very good. Logan? Very good. Chris? Very good. Go ahead, Allie. Go ahead. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. We're one away from having 100%.
Yeah, you're just gonna say it though. Are you around the moment? I didn't look at it, Adam.
Where's it from? Very good. I straight up thought you were going to say, man, I don't know. The Bible?
Yeah, it's that Bible.
Very good.
That one story way back in the back.
I know I'm full. Thank you. Some people like chips with the side of chili.
Richard, I know you're gonna.
My bad. All right. Well, let's get started. Let me ask you some questions. Hey, don't judge him. Don't judge him. Poor guy. I was like, y'all got more room on this side. I mean, what's the benefit for everybody? Well, you got Logan with you in the seat.
I said have a seat to myself.
Oh, half a seat. Okay. All right.
Somebody won't make
I'm not gonna make fun of you. All right, guys, go ahead and put the card game up. As they're putting the card game, let me ask you this question. What is something small? What's something small that makes you really mad, even though you know it's not a big deal? When people chew with their mouth open. That was awesome. I love she straight up just went. Did you see what she did? It was awesome. Reese goes, when people chew with their mouth open, and looked right at Jacob. Truth hurts, right? I mean, Jacob, you're a trooper, right?
We don't judge.
Tell me about it. When people breathe too loud. All right. She's breathing her last breath. All right, Jarrett, your friend, explain. That's terrible. Okay. But okay, this is what I'm asking. Allie, did you have one you wanted to say? What? All right. I get that. I understand. All right. Anybody else want to share? Chris? Know-it-alls. Yes. Know-it-alls. Yeah. Something really small that irritates you, even when you know it's not a big deal. What did Lexi just kind of have like a excuse me, how dare you sort of moment? By the way, the chili was awesome. Thank you, Miss Kim. Thank you. It was really good. Smart Alex, okay. All right. All right. Now, let me ask you this. All right, everybody, let me ask you this. Like for instance, for me, like people scraping their fingernails on the chalkboard. Whoa. Back in the day, that was like Silas tried to do that the other week on that, and it's not a chalkboard, it's just chalk paint. Okay, all right. But like I don't like it when people like say no for me. Does that make sense? Like they said, well, we thought about asking if you wanted to go do this, but we thought you were busy, so we said no. Yeah, like no for you. It always irritates the fire on me. All right, okay, so let me follow up with this question. When you're really mad, how do you act? You hit stuff? All right. How many of you? Okay, how many of you? All right, listen, let me ask you this. How many of you shut down when you get mad and you're quiet?
It's quiet and I'm thinking about a ticking time bomb.
And like your friends know, like the moment you stop talking and get real quiet and still, Yeah.
And don't you dare say something.
Don't you say a word. Unless you're just really dumb or like, well, let me just poke the gorilla some more, you know. How many of you, all right, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. How many of you hit something when you're angry? All right. Every time. Do what? There was a time that I was a teacher. There was a time when I was a teacher. Hey, y'all listen. There was this time when I was a teacher and I'd made the mistake of giving my students some free time. It was also the last time I gave my students free time. They just started getting like out of hand and getting wild and crazy. So I really kind of had to get on to them big time. And this one student got so mad at me that when he left the room, he punched a locker so hard that he broke his hand. The other part of that was he was the starting pitcher on our baseball team at school.
We had a coach all day. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never been that angry. Like, but I mean, I've been angry. I mean, and we all get angry. We all get mad at things. And there are things that bother us that don't bother somebody else, right? Like, for some of you, this is just the grossest thing ever. Watch, listen. That's weird, right? Do what? I mean, there you go. For others, it's like, you looked at me weird. Why did you look at me? And you're like, I just looked up, you know, or like they suck on their tooth. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah, it's true. We're all annoying to somebody, you know, and like everybody's annoying. I mean, it depends on who it is. What? Oh, Jacob. Emma is not annoying.
Oh, I annoy her.
Oh, you annoy her? No, don't take pride in that. I was irritating the fire out of Crystal yesterday, and there was one point she's like, just keep it on. And I knew, okay, that was the moment I need to stop because she was about to beat me up. And she's really tough. Like, okay, think about a time when you were really mad. So think about now, don't start getting mad. Just think about the time when you were mad, okay? In that moment, what unpleasant feelings were you feeling? Anger, all right.
I have said someone.
All right. Jacob, what about you? The last time that you were mad, seeing as Jacob likes to talk about other people. Jacob, the last time that you were mad, what were some unpleasant feelings that you were feeling? Yeah. What were some unpleasant feelings that you were feeling? You were wanting to fight. So you were wanting to cause physical harm. You were probably angry, right? Have you ever flat out thought, like, I really want to harm somebody, like, because of what they did to us? You know, there's some things that we got to realize that, like, okay, I need to let this go. It's not that big of a deal. There are some things that I've got to just really sort of, it's not a battle to die on, right? Like that friend that does that weird like tick sort of thing to where they're sucking on their teeth or they repeat the same word constantly. That's not a hill to die on, right? There's sometimes that we let our emotions get the best of us, especially in the instance of we find out that our friend is been lying to us the whole time, or we find out that our friend has been doing things behind our back, right? Have you ever had a friend do something behind your back? It hurts. Have you ever done something out of a moment of anger that you regret afterwards? Let's be honest. Yeah. That usually causes more problems than the initial thing, doesn't it? When we do something out of anger, when we do something out of anger, or we react in a way, and doing it not with the right intentions. Because okay, did Jesus ever get angry? Y'all, did Jesus ever get angry?
In fact, I didn't have to name one. Didn't name one time he got angry.
Chris, when did he get angry? Yeah, he wasn't being friendly in that moment. Yeah. So yeah, he did get angry. But he directed it. He directed it in the right way, but when we get angry, a lot of times it's for some of us, we can get so angry to the point that we don't even think about what we're doing. Like we allow our rage to control us so much that it just causes damage to us. How do you think God feels in those moments? How do you think God feels when we lash out in such a horrible way because of our anger, when we allow our anger to get the best of us, when we allow our frustration, our rage just to kind of consume us to where we act on impulse or we act on what we want to do? Like in the moment, like it felt so good to either say that thing to that person just to cut them to their core, or to do something to them just in that moment. It felt so good. Have you ever had that feeling? Like it felt so good to do something to them? Have you ever had that feeling? Like that feeling of I got you, right? Does that feeling stay? What usually comes after that feeling? Regret, guilt, remorse. Yeah. How do you think God feels? Disappointed. How else do you think he feels? He feels sad. What would you say to somebody who believed that God was always angry at them? Why? Okay. What about you? What about someone else? What would you say to somebody that says that God is always angry at them?
That's all we want to do.
Okay. That was a weird sound. Right. It was the cup. Yeah. I suppose the weird smell afterwards from the cup too. Right. No, I'm just kidding. But all right. So all right. Is God angry at us? Is God always angry at us? What's the reality of that? Is that true? Is God angry at us? What do you think, Emma? Is God angry at you all the time? You don't think so? Why is that? Why do you not think it is? Okay. It's true. God is not always angry at us, right? I mean, that's evidence through Jesus. God is not always angry at us. And when we mess up, yeah, God might be a little disappointed in us, or God might be sad that we're doing that. There's a song in my head that's like an old hymn. It's like Jesus is all the world to me. I can't remember how it goes, but it essentially talks about how like God is everything to us, and that like when we mess up, yeah, it causes God to be sad. It causes God to be just, but it doesn't cause God to be angry at us or to give up on us. I mean, stop and think about that, you know? We talk all the time about how God forgives us, right? Like the times we mess up is when we say the most horrible, ugly thing in the world, or we do something really horrible and wrong and evil, or we do something that is just very just nasty. God forgives us. Like, how many times have you how many times have you said something that you knew was not an okay thing to say? You knew it was the wrong thing to say. Like there was a cuss word, or you or you lied, or you told a gossip about somebody. How many times have you done that knowing it was wrong?
Is that the same thing as if we did it and then realized it was wrong, or just did it anyway?
Like you did it because you knew you did it. You knew it was wrong, but you did it anyway. Have you ever done that? Yeah. And yet, what does God do? He forgives us. Let's look at Romans 7:8-19. I'd love for somebody. It's 18-19, not 8-19. My bad. I'm sorry. 18-19 of Romans chapter 7. And this is Paul, and he's writing about his own struggle. Because here's the deal. Like, it's kind of, we have this struggle between our flesh and our spirit. Our flesh is like how we want to act. It's our emotions. It's how it's the choice that it's following those things that we know are not okay, but we want to do them. And at the same time, if we're followers of Christ, we have this thing called the spirit. All right. We have this kind of constant battle, right? And listen to what Paul says. Would somebody read that, please? Romans 7:18-19. Logan, you read it last week, but I would love for somebody different to read it this week. Allie, will you read it?
I want to do what is good, but I don't. I don't want to do what is wrong, but I do.
Yeah. So what is Paul saying about his struggle against his flesh and his desires to do wrong versus what is he saying? Yeah. And this is the guy, okay, this is the guy that like we talk about all the time. In fact, we just quoted him what he said tonight, like, right? Colossians 3:2. This is the guy that writes the most in the New Testament. People look to him for wisdom for how to, he's this big guy. And yet what does he say? He says that the things I struggle with that I don't want to do, I do. And the things that I do want to do, I don't do. You ever feel that way? Like you want to do the right thing, but you struggle to do the right thing. Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever felt like I really hate this thing that I do and I know it's wrong, but I do it anyway? Have y'all ever done that? Have you ever experienced that? I think we all have. So, because we all struggle with like doing the right thing. We all struggle with trying to do what's. How do you think we should treat each other given just that light of knowledge that everybody here struggles with doing the right thing? How should we treat each other? What do you think, Allison? How should we treat each other? Knowing that there are times when you do the wrong thing because you mess up. There are times I do the wrong thing when I mess up. Like, because we're human, right? We're imperfect. So, Allison, how should we treat each other? Same. Okay. What should we show each other? Kindness. Yeah.
We should show grace to each other and also like accountability, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Grace, we're all sinners saved by grace.
Yeah.
But then also holding each other accountable.
Yeah.
Holding each other up so that we can be better.
Yeah. Like, this never happens. Okay. This is never going to happen. Okay. But if like Allison sees me hanging out at Walmart at 3:00 in the morning and I'm smoking weed, I'd hope she'd get on to me about it. Right. I'm just right, Allison. I mean, and Allison's like, it's on. She's like looking, like, right. I would expect and then I'd probably lose my job and I'd never see you guys again. But, right. Please don't be like, Richard smokes weed at 3:00 in the morning. And Richard does not do that at all. But right, that's holding each other accountable, right? We should do that. But like, we should also be graceful to each other, right? Like, say for instance, somebody in a moment of just frustration because they're dealing with some stress, they say something that was kind of mean and hateful to us, or they kind of ignore us. Anybody here love to be ignored? When you're trying to talk with somebody or you're trying to get an opportunity to show what you can do or whatever, it hurts. Like when you get ignored. And sometimes we can lash out because of that. And I think that's one of my biggest, in all reality, I think that's my biggest pet peeve is to be ignored by people. Like to not be given a chance to prove what I can do or what I can't do. And it can be really hard. And it can, in those sorts of situations, I tend to get burned out by it. What's the point in doing this? They don't even care. And I know I should not have that sort of mentality or that sort of attitude, because sometimes you just can't help it. But, what do you do in those moments? What do you do in those moments when you're really like, what do you do? The thing that you have to do is really, as hard as what it is, you got to remember, like Allison said, treat each other with kindness. We got to remember to show grace and mercy. There are moments when we have to go to each other in love, right? In love. Like, have you guys had somebody come to you and say, "Hey, I love you, but I don't like what you're doing"? Have you ever had somebody come up to you and say that? Like they confront you with something that maybe you're not doing or you're not doing right, and they come at you with a heart of love, but they come at you and say, "Hey, this is not okay." Do you respond pretty well to that? Or what about this? How do you respond when somebody just points out all your faults all the time?
That makes me.
There's a difference in somebody that comes with us with love and somebody that comes with us with hate. But we've got to be willing to treat people with love. That we got to be willing to hold each other accountable in love. We got to remember that, like, when you need to forgive whoever that is. We need to forgive because God forgave. When people hurt us, we got to remember, hey, how many times have and this is hard. I understand it's hard. I'm not saying this is easy. It's not. Because people can be just punks. Am I right? Sometimes people can just be the worst. But the reality of it is we gotta rise above, we gotta fight that urge to be ugly, to be hateful to that person. And we gotta be willing to forgive as God forgave. We got to be willing to make those steps, and sometimes we have to say, "I'm sorry, I reacted to you because I was mad at you for what you did, and I'm sorry for how I acted at you. I'm sorry that I was ugly to you in response to it." And that's hard. But we've got to be willing to do that. Nobody likes to have tough conversations. Nobody likes to talk about an issue or a problem that they have. Nobody does. But we've got to be willing to do it. And we have to be willing to have those hard moments. We've got to be willing to forgive. So this week, what is one step that you're going to take to either embrace God's forgiveness? Because maybe for you, you've never accepted God's forgiveness. Or maybe to share God's forgiveness with someone else that has wronged you, that has overlooked you, that has ignored you, that has been hateful to you. And I want y'all to know that if you need somebody to talk to you about it, if you need somebody that's like, "Hey, can you pray for this? Because I realize I've got to do this. I've got to be more forgiving of this person, or this is what's been going on." If you need to talk, you can come talk to me. If you feel more comfortable talking to Crystal or talking to a girl, you can talk to Crystal. We love you guys. We care about y'all. We want y'all to to really grow in your faith. And that means that sometimes you've got to have hard conversations, and that can kind of be hard. But if you need to talk about it, come talk to us. Text us, whatever. Okay. Snappy us. Yep. Meet us at Snappies. I don't know. But okay. But anyway, don't forget, this Saturday, we are we're going to pack boxes. We'll meet at 10. If we need to listen to me, I need to be very clear about this. Listen to me. If we need to be earlier than 10 o'clock, I thought 10 o'clock would be a good time, because raise your hand if you want to get up early on a Saturday morning. Weirdo. Yeah, I know you do. You don't do it though. Is 10 o'clock, is 10 a good time? But if we need to change the time, you need to let me know, so I can, because I don't want to have it and then you have to miss it. If we can all get together and do it, we'll be done in an hour. So, and then Sunday, we're ordering Allie's favorite food, pizza. But Allie, I might just get you something different, because I don't want you to suffer through pizza. So, all right. Tell you what, you get to pick the pizza. You pick the pizza. Let me know what pizza you want, and we'll get it within reason. Chicken bacon ranch. All right, chicken bacon ranch. All right, and then we're gonna hey y'all, we're gonna curbside deliver. Like, how it works, if you've never done it before, is people will drive up. They'll come in and let us know who they are, what they're picking it up for, and we will go and bring the food out to them. Okay. And all you have to do is just, say, if they say thank you, just say you're welcome. We wanted to be a blessing to y'all, and happy Thanksgiving, and we'd love to see y'all. This will be a great thing. Just say to them, hey, we'd love to see y'all come to church. We'd love to see y'all here. Come. So anyway, that's all I got. And we won't have discipleship. We will not have